Growing up in an Indian middle class home, life was simple and we haven't had a name, but it was almost unconsciously minimalistic. We used what we had, valued what we owned, and brought new things into our life only with thought. Somewhere along the way, in the rush of modern living, we started calling these habits middle class things and left them behind. But today, the world calls it minimalism, and I believe it's time we bring back some of those habits that made life lighter, calmer, and more meaningful. I don't remember we stock up on things unnecessarily. If something was about to run out, only then would we buy it. There was no just in case shopping, no bulk buying during sales. We had one pressure cooker that did almost everything to simplify cooking. One set of utensils that worked for years. Most of them were passed down from our grandparents to our parents. And if something stopped working, we don't immediately replace it. We just asked, can we repair it for now? I remember my parents thinking 10 times before buying a new tool. For cutting, peeling, chopping, grating, they used one or two knives. And for making sprout, we used a steel dabba and a cloth. These habits taught me to value things and think hard before every purchase. Even now, I pause before adding anything to my cart. When I was a child, we never bought clothes randomly. It was always tied to an occasion, a festival, a birthday, or a family function. I still remember how exciting it was to get new clothes for a festival. That one dress felt special because we waited for it and we wore it with pride again and again. There was no shame in repeating clothes. If something tore, we stitched it. My mother would repair blouses and churidars by hand, sometimes even adjust older siblings' clothes to fit the younger ones. And when those clothes finally gave up, they were turned into cushion covers, mops, or kitchen towels. That idea of extending the life of anything, especially clothes, has stayed with me. I still wear most of my clothes for years and I don't shop unless I truly need something. Most meals were homemade, simple, nutritious, and made from scratch. We didn't cook for leftovers, but even if there were any, we never wasted them. Extra idlis turned into idli upma, and leftover rice became fermented overnight rice with curd for the breakfast. Overripe fruits turned into pickles and jams. Even small things mattered. My mother reused water from rinsing rice to water the plants. Curry leaves and coriander stems were not thrown, they were added for extra flavor in chutneys. This practice of mindful cooking and creative reuse still shape how I cook today. I try to waste as little as possible and use what I already have in the kitchen. Birthdays didn't mean balloons, themes, and big cake orders. Maybe Amma's special payasam, a little prayer, and warm hugs. Festival celebrated in a simple way in togetherness. No one worried about gifts. If someone gave us something, it was homemade or something thoughtful. Maybe a book or a card, sometimes just a blessing. There was no pressure to impress, only presence. I grew up seeing my parents do things themselves, painting the house, in cutting the hair and grooming the mustache and beard, fixing fans, lights, and now I try to do the same. With the help of YouTube and curiosity, I've learned so many things. From painting my walls, home decors, to thread my own eyebrows and cut my hair, DIY is not just cost saving, it's empowering. It makes you realize that you are capable of more than you think. Before throwing anything to the garbage, the first question in our home was, can this be reused or fixed? A broken mug, fix it or use as a plant pot. An empty cake box or cookies, use it to store the stationery. We didn't throw things because they looked old. If something still worked, we use it. And if not, we repurposed it. A broken bucket became a plant pot. Old toothbrushes were used to clean the tiles or wash basins. Socks become a cleaning cloth. This wasn't just frugality, it was respect for materials, and it taught me sustainability before I even knew the word. In all times, we were happy with what we had. There was never pressure to buy something just because it was new or because everyone else had it. If something worked, we kept using it. There was no constant urge to upgrade, no race to keep up with trends. Even now, I try to ask myself before buying anything, do I really need this or am I trying to impress someone? Choosing to live simply is one of the most powerful and peaceful things I have done. We already had minimalism and conscious living in our life, and somewhere along the way, we started letting go of those beautiful habits. But the good thing is, we can return to them. This video is not about going backward, it's about remembering what really mattered, about picking the best of what we already knew. So, tell me in comments which minimalist habit from your childhood do you still follow? If this video helped you reflect or brought back memories, I appreciate if you like and share it with someone. Thank you for watching, and until see you next one, take care.